what sort of sentences are conveyed or what sort of communication is made which helps us get into that hypnotic stage. And then the next part of it, we'll figure out how to get to that deconditioning part. Okay. Let's do it in a little more organized way. Let's work in 3 groups. And what I want you to come up with is each stage in life. Okay, let this group touch upon age 0 to till teenage. What are the sort of hypnotic statements we come across and we absorb? Okay. Where are the sources? Is it parents, teachers, school, friends? It could also be the environment in itself. What are the messages which hypnotize us? Right? So let's work on that aspect. The first half here, let's work on from teenage till about the formative adulthood. I mean, let's say teenage to about 25. I mean, till the time our ideas and ideologies get set. What are the sources of hypnosis? Where are we most vulnerable? What sort of statements affect us? Okay. And the group there, let's work on post-25. What are the statements that continue to affect us? Because till 25, our conditioning is more or less solidified, but then there are instances which hit us very badly and make us question. So, what are the sources that we are most vulnerable to post 25 years of age? Let's get together maybe 5 minutes and try and explore and come up with statements that affect us most in all these stages. Shall we? 5 minutes from now, let's get together as groups. 1, 2, and 3. Let's come up with statements that affect us most. Where are the sources that these statements come from? No, we're talking from teenage till 25. Early 20s. Okay, so let's come up with the sources and the statements. What do we have?
Right from the childhood, you find our parents trying to either put fear or motivate.
Okay.
Like in the famous movie, Gabbar Singh says, "Uska so jao, uska Gabbar aa jayega."
Yeah. Yes, a very pertinent statement.
So they go to sleep. Then the second stage is that as we go to school, the parents say if you don't study, okay, either you will be looking like a Mahdi, or you become an officer like one of the person. They do something.
Yeah.
So this is
Okay.
When you go to school, then the teachers also say, if you don't do the homework, we will beat you up, or some punishment will begin.
Right.
We make you a murga. If it is a co-ed thing, that means we do not want to be,
Okay. Yes.
So this is a situation which they are hypnotized and from the birth.
Right.
Till in the
Right. So we're talking of statements like "सो जाओ वरना गब्बर आ जाएगा," right? और "पढ़ाई नहीं की तो माली बनना पड़ेगा," right? Or teachers saying "मार खाओगे," right? "मुर्गा बनना पड़ेगा." And like he says, yes, that's a very pertinent statement. When you say it's a co-ed school, you get all the more conscious about it, because by that age, even when you're in your pre-teens, that the gender consciousness is very much built up. So obviously it is all the more, you're all the more vulnerable to that suggestion. Right? Yeah, that's again very pertinent. Ladka ho ke rote ho. Right? So again, you're hypnotized into believing boys don't cry. Yes?
don't go out. I'm going to doctor give injection.
Okay. And that's where the fear of injections is built up. Right? I mean, if you look at a child in itself, there is really no fear, because the pain is not all that great. It's just that you keep saying, if you don't do this, I'll take you to doctor. So injection means something which is bad and punishable. So
Don't go out, there's a ghost.
Ghost, yeah. I mean, fear of darkness comes from hypnosis, because the moment a parent says, if you don't sleep, ghost, right? Old man, yeah. So the image of, for a lot of children, the image of any old person with a beard is fearful, because they've been conditioned to believe that that is wrong. Right? So yes, so these are the sources with 0 to 10. Now, what is necessary for these conditions to take effect? Like for example, today if you tell me, so nahi soge to gabbar aa jayega, would I believe?
No.
So what is the precondition for me to believe?
It helps you to
with understanding the plasticity of the mind of the child.
Plasticity of the mind, okay.
Second, the reverence and authority of the elder.
Okay. Yes.
Understanding of the child. Wisdom that it is with others. Like child starts believing that gabbar aa jayega in this world. Entire story of Panchatattva is developed on that.
Yes.
At this age, if you tell it to some boy of 15, he will not say that you donkey thodi bolta hai, chua thodi bolta hai, to nahi bole.
Yeah.
So he will not believe those stories.
Right.
But at the early age of second or third, he will believe.
Right. Again, like you say.
Also the imagination of the child. Very much appealing to the imagination. But the time is like, रात में जाएगा उधर ये रहेगा, तो आएगा.
Right. Yes. Right. Which means the condition is the plasticity or the perviousness of the mind. How open are you to absorbing ideas? Obviously today if you tell me, if you don't sleep there's a ghost who's going to come, I know I'm blocked to that idea. But yes, as a child, because I know that I don't have that thought which says this is not possible. As a kid, everything is possible, and therefore Gabbar Singh is possible, therefore a ghost is possible, therefore a mouse talking in Panchatantra is possible. Right? Because that notion of impossibility has not set in at that age. So that is one precondition for us to be hypnotized, that there are certain things that we believe have to be possible. And which is why we say we are most vulnerable to conditioning in the age of 0 to teenage, because that's where we know that nothing is impossible. Everything seems possible at that point in time.
So reasoning also is very less at that time. As a child,
yes.
whatever they are told, we
Reasoning is less because instinct is high. Right.
as we grow up, then our reasoning starts working.
Right.
There's no chance.
Yes, that's true. Coming to the next age group, 13 to 25, very vulnerable. Where are the sources?
Yeah, the age group is absolutely very vulnerable. This is the time when people really get educated.
Again, controlled by his own physical and other limits.
Yes. Now if you look at the slightly different mode of hypnosis from this stage to this stage, in this age, 0 to teenage, we depended on statements from external world, right? Mom saying something, teacher ne kuch kaha, bahar kisi ne aur kuch kaha, watchman ne kuch kaha, whatever, any kind of a source. Now when you come to this age, the source is self. You start hypnotizing yourself. Who says you need to be like Sachin Tendulkar? Ourselves, right? It's we who is open to the influences, media hai, jo bhi koi influence hai, what we try. No one tells us, or there is no social norm. Our parents don't tell us that you need to be as beautiful as Aishwarya Rai, or you need to play cricket like Sachin Tendulkar. It's not society telling us, but we telling ourselves. Now, here we are coming into a stage of auto-suggestion. We don't need that external influence anymore, because we are hypnotized. By this stage, we are hypnotized into believing that we can be hypnotized without realizing it in so many words. And then we start telling ourselves that if this is done, this is how we will be perceived. So now here it's a stage of emulating. Right? And yeah, this is typically the stage which is tapped into when we are talking of any kind of an intense life skill training. And when we talk of life skill training, which could be positive or negative. For example, the army trains people at this stage. Right? Army recruitment happens at this stage because it's at this stage where people are ready to emulate, and therefore they need to be surrounded and deliberately bombarded with figures that they can emulate. So that when army training typically happens, how they are hypnotized is they speak about stories about brave people, soldiers, sacrifice, history. They're bombarded with all those influences, and in fact that's also the idea behind the education system being built the way it is, because you're bombarded with certain ideas, because you know people are willing to emulate ideas which are historically acceptable. It is also the same stage which can also be used for life skills training on the flip side, how are terrorists trained. It is again the same idea. If you look at most terrorists, they're youngsters. I mean, if you look at the 26/11 attacks, 17, 18 years